Now, again, the question on para completion. So, at this critical juncture, he was not just competing against the clock, but also against other inventors across North America and Europe who were patenting their electrical projects. So we know that this is a critical juncture, and he was not just competing against the clock, but also against other inventors. So let's see here. So, okay, here we know Thomas Alva Edison. So, in the fall of the 1878, inventor Thomas Alva Edison was facing a significant problem with his latest project, the incandescent light bulb, right? Although we cannot now say at this critical juncture he was not competing, although he had developed a prototype, he could not keep the bulb lit for more than a few minutes due to the overheating of the internal filament, right? Now, again, the sentence could not be placed here because placing the sentence here would be less effective because it is introducing a new concept because it says that he's competing not against the clock but also against the other inventors. So maybe when we put the sentence here, we need something about the other people working on this direction, right? So that is basically the case. So the paragraph first needs to clear establish the problem that Edison is facing with his light bulb before introducing the pressure of competition. So that is the case that these two sentences are already connected to each other. Now the correct placement for this sentence is option number 2. Now let's see what is the following sentence to the two. So we know that although he had developed a prototype, he could not keep the bulb lit for more than a few minutes. So there is a problem. Okay. Now the pressure was mounting as the news media eagerly awaited the unveiling of his invention, with Edison having previously assured them of its completion and revolutionary potential. Okay. Now, why the sentence would be best fit here is that because the paragraph flow seems to indicate that after introducing the problem Edison was facing with the light bulb, there would be a discussion of the external pressure he was facing. Okay. That is the competition from other inventors, right? Now, this placement also aligns with the escalating tension in the paragraph, showcasing the external competition before driving into pressure from media and public perception. So, we can see that at this critical juncture, now this is a critical juncture, he was not just competing against the clock, but also against other inventors across North America and Europe who were patenting their electrical projects. Now, the pressure was mounting, okay? So, the pressure was mounting. So, what kind of the pressure was mounting? Because he was one, there was a problem with the bulb. The second is that there was a pressure from the other inventors also, right? Now the pressure was mounting as the news media eagerly awaited the unveiling of his invention, with Edison having previously assured them of its completion and revolutionary potential. As a renowned inventor, often referred to as the Wizard of Menlo Park and Napoleon of Science, Edison was keenly aware of the importance of public perception and skillfully leveraged his rapport with journalists. As the deadline approached, despite the unfinished state of his invention, Edison managed to maintain his image by giving journalists brief private demonstrations of the bulb's capacity, quick ushering them out before it burned out. Edison's strategy worked brilliantly with the press praising the invention as clear, cold, and beautiful. Now, the sentence could not be here in three, right? So that is the case because the pressure is being highlighted here. Now, the third is actually connected to the preceding sentences. Okay. So, because by this point in the paragraph, the discussion has moved away from the pressure or this particular the Thomas Edison is facing, okay, to focus more specifically on Edison's relationship with the press, okay, and his management of the public perception. So, inserting the sentence here would disrupt the flow of the coherent passage. Now, we can see here, so Edison's strategy worked brilliantly with the press praising the invention as clear, cool, and beautiful. Ultimately, he overcame the technical obstacles, presenting a fully functional light bulb in a public display on New Year's Eve, confirming his status as a master inventor and a celebrity of his time. Now, the sentence does not fit well here as well because this section of the paragraph is beginning to wrap up the narrative, okay? Because they say that the positive press reviews, and then they say that he came up with the invention. So, adding the sentence about mounting pressure, competing with the others does not make a sense here, okay? It would distract from the conclusion that the author is trying to draw here. So, the answer is option 2. I hope you got it correct.